to the Jimmy O Show, episode 25, coming at you with the Offensive Players of the Week, via the Wave Offensive Players of the Week from the Alcorn State game. I got with me Tyrick James and Shae Wyatt. How you doing, gentlemen?
Good.
Very well. How you doing?
Doing great. Enjoyed watching you guys on Saturday. And we'll get into that a bit. But folks, before we get into the show itself, please remember to go check out FTWcollective.com for all the information about the collective and the stuff that we're doing for these guys to give them NIL opportunities out there. Guys, Shae, another big game, another 100-yard game in your Tulane career. Got after it pretty good. Capped off with a big play at the start of the third quarter. Did you even play, what was it, a 70-yard touchdown, 80-yard touchdown?
Yeah, 72.
Yeah, 72-yard touchdown. And then was it helmets off after that, or did you get a few more snaps?
No, after that play, I was done.
You were done, yeah. I think Michael came out as well. And then Tyrick, man, you got robbed. You did get you one. You got you one touchdown on a pretty little.
Look, I got robbed to the world, but in my books, I got 2 touchdowns this game.
That's right. So
that's all that matter.
The Tulane record books will have you down for 1 touchdown, but in your personal record book, we got 2 of those.
I got 2 touchdowns.
Sort of things.
Was that a holding call or something?
It was a holding call.
Yeah. Okay. And then now on the second one, man. I mean, look, it was just showing some things we really hadn't seen offensively. I saw the end result. I saw where he's running open now, and they got you the ball. What was that? What was sort of that route combination you were doing? That you kind of was almost like a delay, like a wheel or something that where you kind of came open a little later. What were you running on that play?
It was just a simple wheel.
Yeah.
It was just reading the mic. That was basically it.
Yeah. Okay. It was a wheel. So yeah. Okay. And so basically, outside guys come in. They're coming in, and you just working out around him.
Mm-hmm.
Letting him get caught up in that traffic a little bit.
Yes, sir.
All you needed was that step, man. It was nice soft hands on the catch, bringing it in, and
Yes,
enough
sir.
speed to get across.
That's all I needed. Score a touchdown.
I loved it. Guys, looking at this game, I mean, first of all, I'll say through 2 games, what we've seen is real crisp offense. The thing that jumps out to me watching it live is there were times last year where it just seemed to be some chaos. Like some guys unsure of what we were trying to accomplish. It just seemed like everybody's on the same page so far this year. Real clean in terms of formation, substitutions, getting the line, getting the ball snapped with plenty of time. Tempo when we want it, slowing it down when we want it. It just seems like you guys are just sort of in more command of what we're trying to do. Am I seeing that right, or is it just, I'm just kind of making that up?
No, you're seeing it right, because it's been like after last season, our initiative was to come together as a team throughout the spring and the summer, and we'll be able to be all click on one accord, and that we didn't want to have people over here doing our own thing. We all like, let's have this one mission, and we finna go and we finna ride out with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I'd add on to that our playbook is pretty simple in terms of learning. So I mean, when we got new installs, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing like super hard to grasp. We can just line up and we know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's all what it looks like almost to me, and doing a little research on it, it's almost like when you get new installs, it's sort of building off of a base that's already there, right? It's not a just totally new concept. It's like, okay, now we've done X, Y, and Z. Now we're going to add W to that, right? And Shae, of course, you're pretty familiar with it.
Yeah.
Last week took advantage of a lot of zone that they ran. It looks like from early indication, we might actually see. Shae, I think you were saying we're gonna see more zone than you would think out of Kansas State. May have been more of a man team in the past. Better athletes, right, in the back end. So. Looking at this game, what's sort of some keys that you guys feel like need to be accomplished in order for us to go out there and win the game?
I think we just have to do our jobs. Not do too much and obviously not do too little. The coaches are going to put us in position to be successful, so we just have to execute.
Big physical guys, right? Really good defensive front, I think, and probably led with that 3-3-5 look, but the preseason defensive player of the year for the Big 12, and we had a good nose tackle as well. So far this year, it's been my impression we haven't had one of these crazy run games where we 200-300. We got 200 first game, but 300 plus yards rushing. We just haven't run wild on anybody. I think that's mostly been a numbers thing. I think both instances teams have come out insisting on stopping our run and have committed guys to it. And as a result, we've had a lot of success in the pass game. Based on what you've seen from Kansas State, is my suspicion that they will actually try to play us a little bit more straight up and try to rely on their personnel accurate. In other words, we might see more neutral looks up front where we're going to have the numbers to actually run. Now we got to go out and execute it.
Yeah, we're gonna have the numbers in the box, and we just gonna have to have high effort, high intensity, and just go out because they're gonna make us play sound. Like they run the same thing, and they're not gonna change it. So it's like we have to like be on point with what we gotta do.
Yeah, I mean they're sort of, you know, the Big 12's evolved some, but you know for years the Big 12 reputation was like it's just wide open pass, tempo, and the result of that in football has mostly been, I think what you're saying, like defensively you almost have to become simpler. You got to line up and be able to play what you play, and that cuts down on all the calls that are needed before the game. And so I think that's probably an outspray of that where, you know, they're just gonna say, look, we got dudes. You know, you're Tulane. You can't come to our house and your dudes can't beat my dudes. I know we feel differently in this room, right? Mm-hmm. But you know, I guess that's really what it's going to come down to is we got to go win a bunch of one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, it's Jimmy's versus Joe's, no pun intended.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, this is any game that we go into. You have to win your one-on-ones. Mm-hmm. And our coaches, they preach to us every day almost that you're one play away from a beautiful day. So that could be Tajay, that could be Tyrick, it could be Michael, it could be Jaquan, Deuce, Day, it could be anybody, you know, but for you to execute that play, you have to stay locked in and stay focused. I think that's our main idea going into this game.
Mm-hmm. A couple things from the personnel standpoint and other guys in the room. You know, one thing I think that I've really enjoyed about watching the wide receiver group, I'll start with you, Shae, this year is that because of the numbers we had there, and of course we lost Fat, but it seems like we're just like, we have always fresh legs. Like we're able to be aggressive. We're able to stretch the field because you guys are just, the rotation has been constant, right? Mm-hmm. Has that been a good thing in your eyes that basically, look, I'm at 100% every play because I know that if I need a blow, they got guys there to give it to me.
Absolutely. And you know, when those guys come in, I'm sure of it that they're gonna make a play. So it's never man, I wanted to stay in for this play. It's all love around in our room, and I can speak on your behalf. I'm sure it's the same thing in the tight ends room. But just having that amount of talent in our room, that just makes us all better, you know?
Right, yeah. And, I mean, you guys just seem to be pushing each other in a positive way out there to make plays and perform. I mean, we've seen plays from, I mean, everybody in the room pretty much, you know. The love has been shared.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, among the receivers, at least 4 of you have touchdowns already on the year, and maybe more than that, but I can think of 4 right now. And then the tight ends, I was surprised and refreshing to see a lot of your young pupils, Tyrick, getting some shine on Saturday, man. Lots of work. Reggie got a lot of work, but then the 2 freshmen did as well.
Yeah, my boys, we've been preaching. We're preaching to them since they got here. Like, y'all gonna have y'all time to get into the game, and when y'all get into the game, just make the most of it.
Yeah,
that's what they do when they get into the game. They just have fun. And Alex, it was like, you finally broke your college seals. Like,
yeah.
He was like, yeah, man. He was like, he got that hit. He was like, oh yeah, I'm ready now. My butterflies over with.
Yeah, he was out there for a good bit, and Blake Gunter, and you know, we saw Big Reggie out there on split out wide on one of those trips looks y'all gave where tight ends are out split wide, and he's laying somebody out, big pancake on the sideline. I think that was the first game. But I was like, man, look, these guys are all getting opportunity and showing they can play. I mean, now Will, you know, Will was out last game. Is Will gonna be back this week? Or?
Yeah, he's good.
He's good. Okay. All right, your partner in crime is good.
Yeah, my
security
my dude right there. Security guard.
Very good. All right, guys. Well, look, we're gonna head down to wrapping on this show, but there's 2 important questions to ask. The first one is uniform combinations. Okay, Tulane has some of the best uniforms in the country. Kansas State's got some fancy design they're breaking out for us this week. What's your favorite Green Wave uniform combo?
I'm a fan. I think we wore it at UCF last year. It's the baby blue top with white bottoms.
Okay.
I like that, and then obviously a blue or white helmet.
The blue and white helmets,
Yeah.
right? Y'all are all green this week, right?
Yeah, we were all green.
Yeah, and that still was a complete look. I got a quick aside, and I'll let you answer. But when we did the shade of green they used when I played, when we went all green, it was bad. Dude, we looked like frogs. I mean, it was like it was a bad combo. I was like, how can you mess up Tulane's colors? But we managed to do it. But y'all's all green looked good. And how about you, Tyrick? What's your favorite combo?
Like he said, obviously the blue, the black is something. The black is probably my favorite. But if we had to switch it up, probably white and black pants.
White, okay. Now that would be a little different. That'd still be clean though. Now look, I think of all the helmets, probably my favorite one. I mean, I like it anyway, but like that interlocking TU on the blue.
The all blue, yeah.
Yeah, that one's strong.
I've seen that one.
Very strong.
Yes.
All right, so let's wrap it up, guys. Charity of the week. We're trying to get as much shine as we can on as many charities as possible. Get the awareness out of causes y'all want to support. Who do y'all have this week?
Son of a Saint for me.
Yeah, very good. All right.
Same here, Son of a Saint.
And I know both of you have done some things on their behalf already, and they continue to do great work with the youth here in New Orleans. So appreciate y'all raising that one. And guys, I think that does it for this week. Best of luck against Kansas State.
Thank you.
All right, roll it.